Well, hey and welcome everybody. I'm so excited to be here today. This is your Wednesday Team Prosperity meeting, and this is actually our last team meeting of the year. Next Wednesday is Christmas, and the Wednesday after that is New Year's. So I'm excited to bring some announcements today. I know David's got some stuff that he's going to talk about that's been working for him, and Mike's got a great training for us as well. So we'll go ahead and just get right into it. I appreciate everybody's time today for being here, as well as all the people that are taking the time to listen to the recording. And what I wanted to go over is just a few announcements, going into the end of the year. If you need help with any of this stuff, please just reach out to me directly. I'd be happy to get you any information about any of these announcements and more. The first thing that I wanted to discuss was yesterday's Creating Lifetime or Creating Future Income with Julie Stewart. That training was very, very good. So if you missed it, Mike has the recording with the slides. Keep in mind that it's for producer use only. It's not intended for any solicitations or sales to the public. Training just for us that she did for our team. She's got another one scheduled for February 10th at 1 o'clock, and closer to the time we'll send out reminders for that. Another exciting thing, Whole Life and Final Expense through Transamerica is now available electronically through my Transware for illustrations. You can see that from both of these menus in Transware as well as on iGo for electronic applications. Now, Final Expense and Whole Life is definitely not our sweet spot, but we definitely want to be able to serve everybody. And, some people, this is really their only option. So no more paper apps for anything, which is very, very exciting. If you need help with any of these, let me know. Also, all of our carriers have great, sales support, illustrations, etc. If we're ever not available. The next thing that I wanted to discuss is Transamerica's new website. I just got this email last night, so I haven't had a chance to explore yet, but I definitely will, and I'm excited at the idea of having everything in one place. They released a video about it last week, and I did watch that video that kind of talked about this, and it looked pretty easy to navigate, and it looked pretty exciting, so I'm hoping to maybe train on that on next time that we all get together. So. Also, New York has had a lot of changes. It's probably one of the hardest states to do business in, which is not a big deal. We're always staying on top of all compliance to make sure that all of our agents that are in New York and writing business in New York are up to date. I'm sure this is a really quick state-required suitability and best interest of clients training. I'm going to do mine here in the next few days. If you need this, email me and I'll forward you the link. It looks like this link will take you right there to learn more and get that completed. Also, if you're writing business, go into your MyWFG suitcase, run a report, run your licenses and appointments report, and see when your AML expires. If it expires at the end of the year, make sure that you get another one on file. One CE unit from any educational source is good. We prefer, Kaplan, ExamFX, Success CE. There's a bunch of them that do it. You can do just an AML for under 10 bucks, but you can get unlimited continued education for under 20 through ExamFX. So that's probably a better deal. That way, if you needed annuities or long-term care, any other, renewals for your license, if you need that information, let me know. I'm happy to help with any of this stuff. Also, they have like a really easy click-through compliance certification. It's literally like the WFG brochure plus just a few disclosures. It'll maybe take you a minute, maybe 2 minutes at the most, but you have to do it. So this is another thing that you want to make sure that you've clicked through by the end of the year. Again, if you need this, let me know. I'll forward you the direct link. And I'm just super incredibly excited for 2020. We're already, really making it happen, but I really feel like 2020 is our year to really even explode more than we have this year. Starting January, so in like a few weeks, me and Mike are going to start doing a whole week of virtual financial training for the whole company. We work closely with Mike and Chris, the founders, and we're actually the only ones that get this big honor. So we're excited to start with that in January. And You know, it's really just the right place at the right time. I really, really strongly believe that. And I'm so excited that, you know, you all are here with us at this exciting time. So if there's anything that we can do to help you, please don't hesitate to let us know. We have no idea if you're struggling with anything, or if you need help or advice or guidance or a strategy. So please reach out to us, reach out to your upline. Let us know how we can help you. Anytime through the holiday, it really doesn't matter. We're virtual, so it really gives us, you know, more time to do stuff, you know, when everybody else is off. And that's really all I had for today. David, I know that you wanted to share about, you know, what's working for you, and, you know, what you've had going on. Senior Vice President David Chase. You can start to unmute your line, David.
Thanks, Alana. As always, thank you both for all your leadership, and you guys both deserve to be able. You guys both deserve to be able to speak that week. I know when it's coming up, and hope I get to speak with you, because I love being on your team. I love being your business partners. I love being your friends, and I love being part of your family, because it's been the greatest 3 years that I've had as far as relationship building. I want to say a few things of what's happening. Thanks to the guidance of Mike and his organic way of speaking to people with LinkedIn and Facebook. You're not doing it. You're missing the boat all. I've had my best hiring month last month, and now, truthfully, God, are you kidding me? I've got another person coming in on Friday. My new guy, Andrew Bird, who's not even through, just finished with Tier 3 this morning, already brought a lady in yesterday. Where is everybody? There's a guy that's not even through the tier system, got engaged with this thing already, has already brought his first one where they've been doing a training sale. He knows he has to get a training sale done. He knows he has to. And he's working on it every day. It's not a problem. And look, I just don't understand, if we're not following somebody who's being successful, what are you doing? I'm following everything that Mike is teaching me and Luana are teaching me. I'm trying to teach the same thing to my team. And the system is working. Well, why would we have it? Again, you know, those who've been here for a while know the struggles that we've had building the system. And I've been to enough people to quit. I just got an email today from a woman who never even passed her test. I finally decided I'm not going to do this. Well, who didn't know that? You know, people are going to wait 3 to 6 months to get their license. Trust me, they're not going to. Or if they do, they're going to go somewhere else. You know, I do believe in the speed of this thing. Speed gets people engaged, and speed makes people money. It's that simple. Makes you money, makes your business partners money, and then they're liable, most likely want to stay because they're making money. I really believe that 2020, my conversations, again, I don't want to take up a lot of Michael's time, because he probably spent a lot of time preparing for the last meeting this year. But my conversations with people are somewhat different than they were even 3-6 months ago. People understand digital now because it's all over the place. It's in every TV ad. Man, Verizon talks about digital transformation every 30 seconds. I don't know what you don't see out there, and I tell it to the same people I'm talking to, and ABC people. What don't you see? It's changing. It's already changed, and it's going to change faster and faster and faster. The gentleman I spoke to last night, he called me back. You know, I'm busy, blah, 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 blah. I send him the videos, you know, my 2 videos now that I send. I send the corporate video, corporate overview, and I send him the book release. First thing he said to me is, where can I get the book? When can I come in? Well, that's today. He's coming in Friday. Boom, done. I got 2 other people. I've got an ABC call this afternoon. Again, through LinkedIn, easy conversation. This guy's been in the business since 1984. We had a great conversation. He's a musician. We had a great conversation about that. It's all about conversations, everybody. Open up a conversation with people. Get to know them. If you really want to make them your business partner. Maybe that was my fault in the past. I didn't really get to know a lot of people. I just wanted to shove them through a system. Well, look, I got my goals. If you can set up your 2020 very easily right now by working through this holiday season, whether you like it or not. It's up to you. I believe most people are going to take off, and most people are not going to be engaged. Well, as I learned in the furniture business, when I was a rep on the road, and I can absolutely equate this to this, I used to talk to furniture owners about running a promotion between Christmas and New Year's. And we called it the 13th month promotion, because nobody was advertising after Christmas up until New Year's, for the big New Year's sale. Well, most people who worked and did it between Christmas and New Year's took the money out there. So while everybody's turning their back and saying, oh, it's the holiday, I'm moving forward. We're virtual. We have that opportunity. A, you have opportunity to do business with people. And B, you have opportunity to talk to people about a business opportunity when most people are taking it. And the ones who really want to work, who really see this thing, will absolutely talk with you. And there'll be the people that say, hey, it's Christmas time. Do you really want to work with people when they say it's just a holiday? Well, I agree, it's a holiday, but we're virtual. Again, we can work from anywhere. You control your own time. If you don't want to work 8-hour work a day during the holiday, spend a couple hours, learn something. Spend a couple hours, send some videos out. Talk to people. People will be around. People will be taking vacations. Maybe it'll be time for them to think about things. 2020 is going to be an explosive year for this company. It just is. Those who engage, those who do notes, and again, Mike will always tell you, if you're not sending notes, we don't know what you're doing. We have no idea what you're doing, who you're talking to, what you're talking about, none whatsoever. I'll leave you with this last thing. Not that I'm the big grand poobah, because I'm not. I've learned. I continue to learn. I'm starting my 4th year. And I really believe that I've spent the time building a beautiful foundation. And now that I've learned enough, and now I've really learned between Mike and I and the hours we've spent together trying to get better and better and better and better at this, we're just going to continue. And I really believe with all that experience now behind us, learn, listen, pay attention to the verbiage, pay attention to what Mike put together for all the organic leads through LinkedIn and Facebook. Use it well. If Sherry Muniz is out there, thank you for your stuff that you sent to me during the WHAM group. I started using that, and I got 2 people interested. Sorry about that. Somebody linking in with me at the moment. It never stops, everybody. That's all I can tell you. I wish you, if I don't speak to everybody, best Merry Christmas to everybody. Great, healthy, happy New Year. We all need health. God only knows I do. I've been dealing with some other issues that aren't pleasant right now, but I'm working through it. I haven't stopped. That's the beauty of what we can do to work from home. So happy and healthy New Year. Be prepared for some big explosive growth in 2020, next 24 to 36 months. God willing, that everybody's healthy. We all should be really rocking and rolling, making a lot of money, making a lot of passive income. Use the system. We'll make things better and better as we move forward. Thanks for your time. Enjoy the day.
Thank you so much, David, and thank you for sharing. Really appreciate it. I'm going to mute everybody out again. So David had some really, really great points. It's just all about starting conversation and building relationships. You really have no idea. You know, with this whole intro call thing, I've been getting people on the phone, and you never know. Sometimes, you know, they're not interested, but their son, for example, is in financial services, and you get the referral. Other times they're trying to talk to you about their thing, and they're saying, oh, well, we give a 5% referral fee or a 1% referral fee. Well, how about a 65% referral fee for having a license and a code number? You know, I mean, theoretically, if somebody doesn't want to invest a lot of time, they can still build a great additional income just by being an inviter in our company. And that role doesn't exist anywhere else. No other financial services company has anything like this. So what we have is really, really exciting, and I can't talk enough about it. I love talking to people. I love building those relationships because you never know what doors or what bridges, you know, one person is going to lead to. Even if it's not them, who they're going to refer you to. Recently, I've had a few people like post about me on LinkedIn after we've had conversations and, you know, tag me in the post so their network can see it. So you just never know, even if it's just a little bit of exposure or a new friend or somebody that is going to put your number in their phone and save it for a few years until they're ready. You just never know, what you're going to open up. Maybe you can help that family with upgrading their policy, or they can talk to a financial, professional about lifetime income or something like that. We're just bettering people's lives every day. So I hope you're excited about what we're doing. I'm very excited about it. Let me go ahead and grab Mike. Give me just 1 second.
Last meeting of the year, you guys, last meeting of the decade. We haven't been around a whole decade, but still, we've been around for long enough that the pieces are in place, this business is built out, and we're starting to get a core group of people that are going to help us really launch this thing, go viral. And when that happens, market share in this size industry, like we've talked about over and over and over again, is a monumental kind of tsunami effect. So let's go through. I just wanted to kind of end this year with some things that kind of reflection points, as well as some things going forward that if you really comprehend and grasp and lock into, will greatly help your business over the next 12, 24, 36 months in this growth opportunity the company has provided us. If you can do what you need to do, have the activity, kind of ride that coattail of growth, you put yourself in a position to root down some foundations to build digital distribution and financial services. So last meeting of the year, like Alana mentioned, next Wednesday is Christmas. The following Wednesday is New Year. So we'll, in January, start fresh. The January Game Changer World Leadership Convention for WealthWave, January 30th through February 1st. If you can make it out there, great. We would love to see you. It will definitely, along with what we do digitally and virtually, it'll put even more meaning behind what you're doing. See people that you work with, see people that share the platform with, hear some guest speakers, and ultimately just get you really pumped up about the coming year. Alana and I moved from Huntington Beach, North Carolina to Huntington Beach, California to Clemens, North Carolina, late 2015. Early 2016, spring, March, April, she was already full-time. I went full-time. So from 2016 up until this date, both of us have been doing this full-time. I will tell you that the company was a shell of what it is now in terms of the assets, in terms of the direction, the mission, the statement, everything that you need is in place now. It wasn't in 2016. So a lot of what we've been doing over the past few years is building this business and building this company out to the point where we can have something, a franchise-like opportunity, a digital franchise opportunity in one of the largest industries in the world, basically no barriers of entry, no restrictions or point of resistance for scalability. So 2020, if you want to kind of think of this, up to this point, we had an infant, kind of raised it, now it's walking, now it's talking, now it's starting to explore. Over the next few years, it's really going to do some growing up. And that growing up period is a huge financial windfall for the people that understand this and are willing to do what they need to do on a managerial basis to teach other people how to grow this out. Well, with that in mind, what are the next trends? What do you need to know going forward in your business individually and on an organizational basis to really help you take advantage of this time and also put other people in the position to do the same? I've got just some random things up here. It's not in any particular order, but it's all really important. So this trend going forward of growth, not growth and getting a business model up off the ground, but I'm talking about viral, exponential growth, growth that will make the rest of the industry's head spin. We're right on the cusp of that. And I think that we as a team have done an excellent job of getting language in place, getting some approaches in place organically over the past probably 9 months. I would say a good part of this year is spent teaching people coming in, what should I do? No money out of pocket. Well, we've got a step-by-step guide, and as David referenced, if you're willing to put in the work every day, starts to get conversations, starts to open pipelines, and those pipelines will ultimately give you outcomes. And some of those outcomes will be client sales, some of them will be partners coming in, and then out of that, things compound. Referral business, Launch 20 coming out of partners. So both sides of the business, we have the opportunity to get in front of people, grow our business on both sides in a very efficient way, that we understand and can pass down to other people. Also, this next year, 12, 24 months, is going to be a time period where a lot of you guys in this team and in this company, as well as people come in, understand with what we have, the opportunity, the advantage as first mover, the digital assets, the partnerships, the platforms. You can come in here and no matter what type of industry experience, professional experience, we've got a system that allows the average to become great and the great to really dominate. So you start to look at this, not necessarily where you are today, but where you can be in the next 12 to 24 months, and start thinking like that. Remember, we always say, you know, Wayne Gretzky says he skates to where the puck's going to be, not to where it is right now. Same thing here. You want to start thinking mentally of what you're going to do and start putting yourself already there, envisioning what it's going to be like. Another trend is I think that we're going to start to really understand the 12-week year. We've been doing it for a number of 12-week years. I've got a core group that basically started doing this with me. And I think we've learned the system. I think that we've learned, you know, what to do, what not to do, but I don't think we've really learned how to extract maximum value out of the system. And I think in the coming year, we are going to learn. And once we do, a time management system with a business system like this creates an unstoppable force when you've got an army behind you. Another trend going forward, we always talk about, I think, what WealthWave gave us, the last piece, they gave us our cause and our mission, especially for millennials when you're out there. They're very cause and mission driven, but really everybody can get behind a cause and a mission if it's positive. How money works, financial literacy, trying to change the financial landscape of this country is a cause and a mission that's very positive. People get behind, and if there's no interest or it's not a valid partnership opportunity, we can't serve them on the client needs. We're finding that it's a mission and a cause that people are willing to take on and, you know, give to other people. So the referral, the networking opportunity is huge. That backed up with the book release, the media tour, the number of Americans, 100 million that it's estimated to reach. This is a trend going forward that you can capitalize on, use that cause and mission as a branding element for yourself and as a way to open up a lot of conversations. Also, another trend going forward is if you guys are committed, remember the inviter, you don't have to learn all the inner mechanics, all the statistical data. You don't have to be that analytical person that the consultant has to be, but the inviter needs to learn how to manufacture and create interest in what we do. And really our three best-selling products right now is our line of annuities, it's our IULs, and it's our living benefits on the term side. From an inviter standpoint, if you understand how to manufacture interest in talking to somebody, aka a consultant or a financial professional, about these products, it's easy to create lead generation by creating interest in talking to someone. Free, no cost, no obligation. So this is where you want to concentrate on. And then, of course, the consultant. If you can learn how to, you know, take these three products, learn them, transfer them not into insurance talk and quotes and illustrations, but actually solutions to people's problems, you're going to sell a lot of product on the backside. Who needs living benefits? Really anybody that can qualify. The IUL, we look at it as a way to go forward and be in control of more factors. Remember, we talk about the net interest on the debt going forward, how much taxes will likely be significantly higher going forward. We've got concepts, strategies, vehicles to shield people from that future environment, and you've got a great deal of people that are close to retirement, looking at how much their money is going to last them over a lifetime, or further away from retirement, looking at forecasting future income. You have answers to people's problems if you learn how to preface and learn how to get your conversation, your marketing language around that. You're going to open a lot more conversations. Remember, we don't give quotes, illustrations, we give solutions. Another trend going forward is the virtual advantage. You know, we've been pounding this home for the last few years, but I think it's starting to make sense to some percentage of the population that this virtual model, the virtual advantage and the virtual lifestyle is possible in an industry like this. The naysayers from 2016, 2017, we're not getting as many of those. People are starting to understand. Now, understanding the virtual advantage, the virtual lifestyle, understanding and sharing our vision is not enough. We talked about you got to have the sweat equity, You've got to have the work ethic to make sure to give your efforts the time to compound to build this out. But there's no better backside opportunity right now than what I see for Virtual Advantage. If you're the builder, you're the entrepreneur, and you have what it takes to come in here and build a portfolio of digital agencies, those are all assets, cash flow assets that pay you all passive income. No producer, even the best in this industry, will be able to touch that type of income because of what you've done on the front side. So not everything has an immediate that day impact on your business, but if you do what you need to do over the long run and attract the right like-minded people, this virtual model is the model for the future in this industry for agency building. And also another trend is, yes, the assembly line is important in terms of going out there and helping people understand that we have non-sales roles, we have marketing roles, all of this. But another trend is if you as the partner in Virtual Financial can start to understand this assembly line a little bit more in terms of what it does for the people that you bring in, but also what it does for your business, you're able to build. Remember, the inviter is a role that has a specific duties that go along with that. The financial professional or the consultant is a role. There's specific duties that go along with that. The manager role, more like that orchestra conductor, that's the entrepreneur, that's the builder. This person plays a crucial role in the build out, and he or she helps identify these other roles and helps them work together. Remember, guys, if somebody just wants to be that referral partner, that inviter role is one of the best positions or roles in this industry right now, 65% of the sale. But they need to understand coming in, they've got to get trained on the entire business. It's not a long process. They do have to get through that circle so they know what their role is, how they communicate with the other people in the assembly line, and really what to do in terms of how to use the CRM. So yes, they can do a small limited role, make a great income, but everyone, no matter what you want to do, how limited or how expansive, they're going to get trained in the same exact way. Also, another trend is in 2020 and beyond, I think that we're going to be able to help our partners. A lot of our business, Team Prosperity, a lot of our business partner client side comes from social media. Some of it comes from the cold market. I think a bigger percentage of that going forward will be able to extract out of the warm market because with the mission, the how money works, it's easier for people to get in front of people and help them understand what we're doing. You know, the mission, the cause, the client need creates the business opportunity. And if the client need creates the business opportunity, we have the best, most efficient, most powerful system to go out there and help that mission or cause. But also, we've also instituted ways that, okay, if somebody is not a potential partner for one or variable reasons from their side or our side, and maybe a full F&A consultation is not right, like wringing, a wet washcloth as much as you can, that water out of it. Now we go down one further. One last question. Do you pay out of pocket for term life insurance? We talk about the millions of policies that need to be upgraded over the next few years. And that's a great way to finally try to extract the last little bit out of anybody you're talking to. Now, if they're a financial advisor, they're in the insurance industry, they're probably not going to be interested in F&A, probably not going to be interested in term upgrade if they have the insurance. But outside the industry, that's going to be something that you can really go forward with confidence. And all your new partners are looking for is a way to simply open up their warm market, not have to go, not have to sell people stuff, just invite people to take a look at what we're doing. And then if they're able to extract value, partner side, client side, upgrade, whatever it might be, and you're able to make them money, you're able to help their agency grow instantly, guess what? That phone's going to open up a little bit more. There's going to be more leads that come in. So we don't sell the warm market, but we do invite the warm market to take a look at what we're doing. We invite them from the partner or the client side. And then finally, if we can't help them on either points, we try to see if they've got a term that we can upgrade. Also, another trend is going to be the social media. We continue to water these accounts. We continue to grow these accounts. We continue to learn about what we should be doing on these platforms. We've designated as LinkedIn, top tier, Facebook right under. We'll be working on some other ones, but really until you feel comfortable in those two platforms, have the daily activity down, getting the engagement, don't worry about moving over to anything else. Social media is really the future of our business. And if you understand that and understand the power of digital marketing, the power of social media, and the power of how we can use social media because we're not territorial restricted, because of what we can do to open up so many conversations. But remember, social media is about you. Marketing is about you. This is still a people business, and people are going to buy into you first. So Virtual Financial, our business, everything that we do, how money works is important, but you are the first open line of communication. What do you do? Why do you do it? How do you do it? What are your goals? What do you stand for? These type of things. And you need to provide value. Value comes in entertainment, education, these typical things, and then pepper your content with direct advertisements. 1 out of every 10, 2 out of every 10 posts is perfect. And we'll continue to work on this. Also, another trend in 2020 is I think we're going to start to dominate the cold market in this particular team just because we've come to the realization, and the data points support this, that there's really nothing that I can say to convince somebody to come in, and that's not what we should be doing. I did that in the very beginning, rebuttal, convince people, and guess what? They never did anything. So now my job as an upfront marketer is just to invite, just to have enough tier 1 contacts to get the information out. Right people will see it instantly. And those are the people you want to talk to. So the more tier 1 contacts you can have, whether it be warm, social, or cold, easier it's going to be to find like-minded people that share the vision, want to come in and be part of this. So you look at the cold market as bricks. Those tier 1 contacts are bricks. If you put enough of them out there, you're going to start to build that cold market up. You're going to start to find some great people out there who are looking for additional streams of revenue as maybe the inviter, or looking to build agencies nationwide as a builder, or maybe they're looking at picking up some additional income and getting into the virtual world as a consultant. So we've got a different business model, and we've got a different way that we market, and I think that we're all learning that personal branding, what we do on the front end, allows us to get more open with people by getting information from them. It allows us to pre-qualify, qualify, and put people in the appropriate areas or slots that we need them to, and the rest takes care of itself. Branding, it's another trend, and I think this is probably where we've improved the most this year is in branding. I think we're understanding how to go out online, what we should be doing, how we should be doing it, the language, what to avoid. And I think our personal brand going forward, collectively, all of our personal brands is going to be a force to be reckoned with over the next 3 to 5 years. But this is going to be the year coming up that I really think what we've been working on is going to start to return big results in terms of growth on a partner level, revenue, income level as well. Another trend going forward is automation. Now, somebody can come in here, and we proved this over the last number of months with no money for marketing, no automation. Come in here, and we've given you organic scripts, an organic step-by-step guide, questions to ask people, and it works. But what you have to realize is that when you leave things up to somebody to do manually, what's going to happen is they'll probably do it in the beginning, then they'll do less of it, then they'll do less of it. It's just the natural order of what happens when you're in charge of doing something every single day. I will tell you that I agreed for this 12-week year to go out, no manual or no automation, everything manual. It's a lot of grunt work on the front side. So we want to encourage our partners as they come in, yes, to learn what we do, why we do it, how we do it, but ultimately you do want to move to areas of automation. The more you can automate, the more time you save, and that time can be invested into other areas of your business, those direct communications, training, supporting, dealing with clients, whatever it might be. So yes, it can be done all manually, but I highly encourage people, you guys as a partners, as you build out, to understand automation and to understand the value of automation, because if I can show a partner how to set something up and then once a day go in and click a couple of buttons to send out X number of messages or connect with X number of people versus telling them, hey, come in here every morning, grab your coffee, and do all of this manually. It's going to take you about, an hour. Does that sound good? They're going to agree to it, but ultimately they're going to do less and less and less. Automation keeps things going on a repetitive basis at a high level, and then the rest of it's just sorting the communication out. Another trend is it's all about the relationships. It's not about digital disruption, and it's not about, the innovation we bring to the marketplace. When somebody understands our business model, that's going to be huge factors in, what they see and what they get excited about. But it's about building relationships. We're not in groups arguing about what agency is best or what product is best. We're out there answering questions, providing value, providing education, trying to make people laugh every once in a while. But those relationships will attract people. People are so tired of these digital environments with all the negativity. When you're a positive person and that comes out and people are attracted by that, they're going to talk to you. And regardless of whether it might be a business relationship on the partner or client side, it can lead to more networking opportunities. Build relationships first and the business will follow. Another trend is it's time for you guys to start getting some recognition. And I think this is going to be a big year for advancements. It's going to be a big year for recognition. And guys, don't forget, you are building ownership in this platform, but you also want to be asserting yourself as a leader in this company. So over the next few years, as we have some event, Aegon buys us, we attempt to go public with an IPO, you want to be at that table making those decisions and reaping the rewards from that decision. Still a small company now. You still have the opportunity over the next 24, 36 months to do that. But I highly recommend, if you're betting your future like Alana and I are on this company, you want to be in the position where you're help calling the shot. So get recognized, assert yourself as a leader, and there's some rewards to go along with that. One of the rewards is, and one of the trends that I think that you guys will see and start getting addicted to, is the bonus structure. This bonus structure rewards leadership development, entrepreneurial development. It's a great way to reaffirm and get an affirmation that things are going well. Once you start to make bonus money, if you don't make bonus money for a month, you're going to notice it. So when you start getting used to making bonus money and understand how the bonus pools work and how they reward the structure and the build out of organization, an office to begin with, and then franchise it out, it is an unbelievable opportunity. And then when you move up in those bonus pools, less and less and less people are in those bonus pools. So the recognition I want you guys to have for the hard work that you're doing, but also want you to be rewarded monetarily. These bonus structures start at senior vice president running one base shop, and you can make legitimately 6 figures a year running one base shop, a lot more than that with the digital portfolio. Also, the trend going forward is we're not selling things. We're offering solutions. So we're getting to know people, whether it's a partner or a client, and it's a big change that we've made that I think is dramatically helping our business for you guys. It makes it easier to come from a position of power when you can find somebody exactly what they're looking for. It's a lot more easy to go in with confidence when I've created a solution to the problem they've let me know about. Instead of just coming to, hey, here's a quote illustration, let's go through it. What do you think? You want to review it? Fine. Send it over to you. I'll follow up with you for 2 months, dump the lead. When you offer solutions, then you're going to be able to close a lot more conversations. So understand, the solution can incorporate a product, a vehicle, a strategy, but ultimately it's unique to this person's problem, and you're going to discover that through the analysis. Also, this is another year of disruption, but not only disruption digitally, but disruptive leadership and culture. What are we doing? How are we doing it? Some guy asked me the other day on a Facebook Messenger, what are you doing in the industry right now? Teaching people how money works. That's backed by a book that's coming out, nationwide media tour that's going to last a year. It's going to reach 100 million Americans. What are you doing? He's like, wow, not that. So you guys have advantages from every single point that you can look around, understand how to build on these winning strategies, and go into the marketplace with confidence. You have something to offer. Instead of I'm recruiting, I'm hiring, hey, I choose to mentor 2 to 3 people over any given time to help them build distribution, one of the largest industries in the world. When you come off like that, that's a selection process where it gives you the position of power. You're not out there taking anybody with a breath and a pulse. And if that's your business model here, it's not going to be a winning one. So you need to come off as a selection process where you're continuously in the marketplace identifying, interviewing, and selecting certain people to help mentor. Also, another trend is we're going to start taking market share. We're going to start taking market share from WealthWave's piece of the platform. from WFG's piece of the platform. We're also going to start taking market share from the industry. And if you understand digital disruption, what happens when you hit that inflection point, there's no stopping it. It doesn't go back. You know, even in the previous times that we talked about, when tractors replaced horses, there was never an area or a period of time where people started to go back to the horses. Once the disruption takes place, it doesn't stop. It just gets bigger, and eventually it's a death sentence for the traditional model or the traditional product, whatever it might be. Another trend is you're going to find more and more and more ways to do small things that make more sales. A lot of times it's just tweaking language. It's asking a question that demands an answer. The one that we came up with lately over the past, 60 days or so is, do you pay out of pocket for term life insurance? We've identified there's so many millions of these policies that if you have, a base shop of 25, 35 agents in there, asking that question daily, or if you have multiple offices with, a couple of thousand agents total asking that question, you can see how just by asking the question, getting the answer, identifying upgrade opportunities, these are easy sales. The easy sales, you can get your partners coming in, more confidence they have. They get that direct deposits, $1,000 or more coming in. They get excited about this. Oh, this is real. I can see how this works. And then by you providing all the mentorship, leadership, tools, direction, being able to close those conversations, an army of people out there doing marketing for you will crush any lead vendor or really any advertisement that you could possibly put out there. Another trend is we are going to master the art of execution, whether it's on the front side of marketing, whether it's on the back side of consultations and closing sales. This coming year, we're going to get down into the details of things, and the execution usually is in the small details, and we're going to help ourselves on an individual basis. We're going to help our team, and we're going to help people coming in to understand and how to master the art of execution. Also, we're going to look at people and be able to read them instantly. And I kind of contribute this to sitting down in a poker game. Sometimes you don't have to have the best cards to win, and sometimes you have to know when to fold the hand. Same thing here. You've got to go out and you've got to see the way that people, present themselves online, if it's, that they're meeting them there, the way they talk, what they send back in message form, how they view the world. Is it a growth mindset or a fixed mindset? Easier it is to read people, easier it is to fly through these numbers and not waste time on somebody who couldn't be a successful partner for you, or not waste time on somebody who could not be a client that we can help serve at this time. It's not client, not partner. It can be a network and a referral opportunity for you, but ultimately you want to spend time with the people that deserve your time. On the front end marketing, that's people who fit into the guidelines and the persona who we're looking for. And as they come in, the last filter is that circle. Can they make it through the circle? Can they get trained? If you've got a partner and they're struggling to get through the circle, it's a leading indicator. It's not just me. It's just statistical data that we have to support this. They're not going to be able to make it in this company because they don't have effective time management. Read people quickly. Move on from the ones that you need to as fast as possible. That frees up more time to spend with people who deserve your time, whether it's a potential prospect or whether it's an actual partner that's already in. And also this trend coming up, I think we are identifying and finding ways to extract more out of the day than most people. I think most people, they let the day run them. I think we're starting to put in, systems. I think we're starting to put in structure that allows us to steal more activity and more production out of a day than other people. The 12-week year helps us, but also what I've learned is if it's, 1:50 and I just ended an appointment, I've got another appointment at 2 p.m., probably not going to go check the stock market, check ESPN. I'm going to go in and try to get something done in that 7 or 8 minutes before I need to set up for the next call. Steal more out of the day, and you'll start getting more in results than other people. Trend that continues to be change, guys. Change in the way that we work, change the way we engage, communicate, live. If you look at 20 years ago, we were preparing for Y2K. Think how crazy that sounds to us now. And think about in the last 20 years, what you do the same, it's not very much. So we're capitalizing on the change of disruption on the digital side and the innovation that we brought to the marketplace, but we're also capitalizing on the change in the way that people view their life, how they work, how they live, how they want to retire, what they expect from a standard of living. All of these things, Disruption is the name of the game. Change is the name of the game right now. Understand how to navigate through this for yourself and help people capitalize on this and not get left behind. Also, this is a trend that will continue. We are going to nail down language that creates duplication, that creates a franchise system-like opportunity where you can build something, walk away, 6 months later you can come back and know exactly where everybody is. This is our system. This is our language. The more that you can get out of this in terms of understanding the mechanics, understanding why we do certain things at certain points, easier it will be for you to create an organization and create leadership, which creates an exit strategy for you. This will be the year, and the next period of time is the sprint. And if you guys understand the velocity of the sprint, what it does for an individual, and then what it does for your organizations, understand the spreadsheet, understand the qualifications, understand how to help people through this time, people that really want this will be very attracted to a sprint run. And like I said, if you've got a partner that didn't make it through the sprint run and they're on the fast track, guess what? 2 people working on the sprint over a 75, 90-day period, if they get close or achieve it, it's got their fast track in place. So understand what it does for the sprint. Also understand what it does for the fast and the standard tracks as well. Another trend will be really identifying how to build this. And we always talk about this. It's 3 direct partners per month and a base shop growth of 10 partners per month. If you do this, that's all you need to do in the beginning. 3 directs. That don't bring people in just for a body count. You want to bring people in who have a chance of being successful, who provide value to you, and you're going to be able to help along the way. From that 3, you'll start to develop an office that has a total of 10 coming in per month, and that 310 will start to take care of everything it needs to in that base shop and in the franchise distribution override opportunity as well. Another thing is we're going to really work on leverage, and we're going to work on not just you communicating with somebody one-on-one, but you having funnels, you having presentations out there that can be seen by many people at one time. And we've looked at the organic approach, and we've worked on that. I think we've developed some really good things. We'll continue to improve that as needed. But now this year, we're going to work on how do we throw fuel on that fire and create an explosive blaze. And that's from automation, and that's from being able to take some of your money that you make in this company and reinvest it back into your business. Remember, you're spending $1,000 a month to create $7,000, $8,000 in revenue for yourself. You'll do that every month. And that's why we are so structured in terms of looking at data points. If you're making your decisions based on emotion, you're probably going to fail. It's very easy to look at something with data points, say, oh, this is working. I'll continue with this. This doesn't work. I'm going to discontinue it. And another trend is I think a lot of you guys are going to realize with the business system, with the time management system, with the exponential reach of social media that you can actually 10X it. And we talked, this is Grant Cardone's 10X. But I think when you start looking at things in terms of really big goals, even if you don't quite meet those goals, you're going to crush the goals of probably 95% plus of the people out there. Have big goals, because I don't need you to come up with $500,000 to open up West Coast operations. I just need you to get in there in the trenches daily, build it out, identify people in that area of the country, and then help them set this up. Our point of resistance for scalability is only people. So this is an opportunity to grow in a big way. And then we want to continue to look at data. And if you look at successful people, not just in this industry, but a lot of different points of life, it's data. They're data driven. They understand how to look at data. They understand data drives them to their next goal, and data actually drives them to their dreams. If you're data driven, it's going to be very easy to build and leverage this business. If you have indirect activity with no real accountability, it's going to be pretty tough to get this done. And then this is going to be, we talked about the time of recognition. Another trend is as we move through this and as this builds up, we're going to have SVPs that come through. We're going to have EMDs. We're going to have CEOs. And all of this, CEOs fuel EMDs, EMDs fuel CEOs. We're on the cusp of an explosive event. If you guys can just get behind it, not let people waste your time, and understand what you need to do on a daily basis, this explosion right here is a very powerful event for you, your partners, and really this industry, whether they know it or not. Also, effective communication and effective communication skills. We talk about being structured. We talk about being scripted. We talk about not letting ourselves ruin pipelines, communication. If you're out there, once again, just talking and you don't really have a scripted approach, it's kind of like a dog chasing its tail. It's going around in circles. There's a lot of things going on. The next thing you know, you might be on the phone 30, 45 minutes, and the conversation's going nowhere. You're directing people after you open the conversation and continue, direct it to a point. Now, our direction allows them to talk about themselves, which everybody likes to do. The only thing you're doing is you're just making sure you're keeping them on a path with some certain questions that allows you to get the information you're looking for. It's going to be a year where you guys learn how to create excitement about what you do. I think that you guys understand what we do, how we do it, and the opportunity. But I think going in the open marketplace and having the confidence to create excitement about our mission, about our business, I think that's going to be more this coming year than the other years combined. And there's going to be a lot of money on the move. There's going to be a lot of things happening over the next year. You know, we've got a presidential election coming up. There's a lot of things going on. You've got the baby boomer retirement continuing at 10,000 strong a day, turning 65. So there's a lot of things that are going on. You need to understand the trends, understand how to speak to people, and understand how to take these macro news or macroeconomic events and plug them into what you do on a daily basis. Also, the theme will be understanding and identifying and helping generations. We've got 3 generations at the same time, boomers, Gen X, and millennials, that all have purchasing power, all have individual views of the world, and all have individual problems. We can't talk to all of them the same, but when you're able to kind of segment them out, understanding what their problems are, once again, offering solutions, there's a ton of money in all 3 of these generations right now. Money's on the move, and that's going to be continuing a trend. People are looking for answers on the client side. It's all self-directed. Pensions are going away. They're looking for answers, and when you look at the financial literacy being so low, they're making poor decisions. Your job is to come in there and let them know, hey, there's people out there that can help you make smarter decisions, understand, and not just blindly go into a future with a hope and a pray mentality. And education. Once again, I think going forward, the more we educate ourselves, Alana and myself, we had no social media accounts. We had no idea what we were doing in digital marketing going forward. We've learned, and we've taken a lot of that knowledge, processed it, packaged it up, and given you guys. But the more on your side that you can learn, we talk about, it has an immediate direct impact on you and your business. But the more that you can become a mentor, a leader, and pass this information down to people, easier it's going to be to create velocity and organizational growth. And finally, you're going to learn, really what your purpose is. What your purpose is in joining this company, what your purpose in disrupting this industry, what your purpose is assisting fellow entrepreneurs get to their goals and dreams. Have a purpose-driven life that includes a purpose-driven business idea, model, strategy, and execution plan. 2020 is going to be explosive. I'm super excited for this. I liked this area of time when I first came into this company. It's like a kid sitting around waiting for Christmas. We're here. We're built out. We're ready to roll. Let's go out there and attack, guys. This next year, we're going to be available. We have dedicated another few years to this to help you guys build this out. So for the next 36 months, we're here in the trenches with you guys building this out. Let us know what you need.
Another terrific training by Mike. Thank you so much. I know how much time it takes to put something like this together, and appreciate everybody's time on the call today. We're going to go ahead and stop the recording, and then we'll open up the floor for questions, comments, suggestions, and also we are happy to take those via email, text message, which is the 2 fastest ways to reach us. Thank you so much. I hope everybody has a wonderful and productive day.